Hello, good evening. It's Rachel. Welcome to Black Mirror. Now, today there's a friend who gathered courage and asked me, "Who hurt you?" Then the question was kind of weird, and I asked him what he meant by "who hurt me." Then he told me that he's been a follower, and most of my content are talking about heartaches. And so he got concerned and gathered the courage to ask me who hurt me. Actually, necessarily, this is it. Friends, I noticed that our friends out here are broken. People are just walking out wearing fake smiles, but they're dying inside. And they're not free to share their problems. They're not free to share what is giving them these heartaches. And so from one or two experiences, there was some times back I also went through the same. I was hurting so much and I was not free to share because I didn't trust anyone with my issues. And so I could wear a smile where people are, but inside I was hurting. Now, friends, heartbreak, heartaches are normal. They are things that are in life. But when they come, they pinch us so much. There are different categories of people. There are people who, when they are hurt, they will keep quiet with them and struggle with their heartaches until they heal. There are people who, when they are hurt, they will show it right on their faces. You'll see that this person is hurt, but they won't talk about it. And there's also this category of people who will resort to keeping quiet and hiding or just having space for themselves. And when you find out, you'll get that they're grieving. So these are different categories of people. Then there's also this category of people who, when they're hurt, they're really bubbly, they're happy, not as usual. And by the way, if you see your friend who is normally not so bubbly, if you see he or she suddenly becomes so bubbly, if you find out, you'll get that there's something that is really disturbing them, and therefore they are using their smiles to conceal their heartaches. Now, this category that keeps quiet whenever they are hurt is a very dangerous category. And these are the people who end up committing suicide because they cannot share, they cannot tell anyone. And so they are struggling with it until now it reaches a point where it overwhelms them. This category that speaks whenever they are heartbroken, you'll find that helping them becomes so easy because they've shared. But at times, there are some issues that bring us heartaches that we are not ready to share. I'll give an example. Maybe you made a choice and this choice was not a right choice, and now the consequences are hurting you. You'll fear to share because you'll fear to get judged. Today we judge people whenever they are hurt. Instead of helping them, we look at mistakes that they made, and that is why this category of people who end up heartbroken because of choices they made are normally not ready to share their issues. Now, take this example. You are in a place somewhere, or maybe you are in your place of work, and you have something that is so heavy. Your heart is so heavy, something is hurting you, but you cannot just speak it out. And so you pretend to be smiling, to be with others. At times it comes so deep, when you think about it, it hurts so much to an extent like you can even burst and cry out loudly. So that is what people go through. They try so much to hide their pain. It is not easy to hide your pain by pretending to be jovial. at times it is hard, and you may find yourself even bursting. Friends, people go through a lot. And at times we normally make a big mistake when, for example, we hear somebody has committed suicide. Unasikia mtu akisema, mimi siezi. Kwani kitu kaa hiyo imetosha mtu kumaliza maisha yake? Don't underestimate somebody's pain. If you've not been in that person's shoe, don't underestimate their pain. You never know why that person decided to take the decision. You never know why that person decided to take his life away, because you've never been in that shoe. And therefore, friends, let us not underestimate people's pain. When a friend comes to you and decides to open up, don't rebuke them. Don't see that their pains, there's some people when our friends approach us, or their friends approach them, that so and so hurt me, this and this is hurting me. We underestimate their pain to an extent. We tell ourselves, now this is nonsense. Kwani this is what is hurting this person. Don't underestimate somebody's pain. And whenever somebody comes to you and opens up, just listen to them. As much as you feel that the pain is nothing, just listen to them, console them. That is what they need. Let us not condemn them. They need love. I know in one way or another you've gone through some sort of heartache. Put yourself in their shoes. Like now you are condemning this person because he or she is hurting. Put yourself in that person's shoe. What if it were me going through the same? How will I feel? So friends, let us be there for one another. Let us show love. Let us give people an atmosphere that they can open up and share. You never know. Maybe you will save a soul somewhere. Maybe that person who came and confided in you was almost doing something that was not right. Maybe this person was at the verge of committing suicide. But maybe only a word of encouragement that you gave this person made that person too. It encouraged him or her. At least, friends, if you cannot help someone, kindly don't hurt them. People are carrying a lot in their hearts. People have got very heavy hearts. People are crying inside. At least if you cannot help someone, at least don't hurt them, because you don't know the wound that you are hitting in someone. Don't see people smiling and people walking around bubbly and think that people are happy. People are hiding a lot. And that is why I decided to come up with this, to help somebody who is hurting somewhere, who is not free to share. At least I believe when there's someone who will see this, and maybe he or she was at a verge of giving up, and maybe it will encourage them. It may not encourage everyone, but at least maybe one or two will get help. And that is why I decided to come up with this. For those people who are not free to open up to others, for those people who have lost trust in people because they've been betrayed, because their issues have been aired out whenever they confide in others, at least they get encouraged. At least they get to know that they are not the only ones. At least they get to know that somebody else somewhere went through the same. And so friends, let us help others.